Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. This is Reading Addict. In this video, I will talk about the benefit of this platform for a moment because I noticed this the things that I talk about, especially the economic situation, the social situation or the political situation or my viewpoints. It becomes extremely difficult to share these views with others in the social setup because in all these subjects people have their own viewpoints, and they do feel offended if someone counters their viewpoint because they believe, or everyone believes, that they are right from their perspective. And if somebody has a contrasting views, then it can initiate a discord in the relationships. So it is better to talk about trifles in any social gathering just to maintain the pleasing atmosphere. So that's why then I realized the value of this platform here, where I can bring up the issues that I personally think about. I can share my viewpoints. Still, I try to filter those viewpoints because I know that even if there are viewers and if they are watching it, they might still feel offended about the views. So because every person has their opinions, perspectives, and nobody likes to change their belief systems, by watching just a single video. So it's important to filter those views so that I could find a common ground in regard to different views, where people can accept those views in less offensive ways. So that was about the viewpoints, but the main purpose that I wanted to make this video is in regard to the economic situation and what Bank of Canada is doing right now. I noticed that it is a paradoxical situation. That is, Bank of Canada is trying to raise the rates in order to decrease the rates in the future. So it is a paradoxical situation, but there are some other steps, there are some other considerations that needs to be considered to understand their view. So Bank of Canada is trying to bring the inflation back by increasing the rates. So that is part of the monetary policy. And I think if you are an economic student and if you want to understand the monetary policy and how it works practically in a country or in the global level, then I think it is the best time to understand the functioning of a workable monetary policy. So when Bank of Canada raises the rates, so it is a part of the monetary policy framework. And right now what they are trying to do, it's not a very encouraging situation, because they are trying to bring the slowdown in the economy, and also they are trying to increase the unemployment in the economy just for the short term. But if you see it from the point of view of short term, then you will see that it is harmful for people who will lose their job. Just try to understand that when the percentage of unemployment will rise due to the approach of Bank of Canada, when they increase the rate of interest, and when it impacts the businesses, and when businesses slow down, and when they lay off the employees, then you will see that there will be no new ventures, people will be out of job. Then that percentage will be definitely impacted, and I feel full sympathy with that percentage, because anybody could be a part of that particular percentage. Even for short term, even for the greater good, there is still pain to be felt. So that pain is really excruciating, especially for that tiny percentage who will become part of that percentage. So it is a brutal situation where you means the Bank of Canada, they have to make these tough decisions, and I think it's a difficult situation, but it is ultimately for the greater good of the whole society or the economy, because that's the tool that we have. There is no other or hard and fast rule to bring the economy back to the pre-pandemic level, where the inflation targeting range was pretty low what it is today. So I think when I read about the economic news and the situation, then I feel bad, like, but I can't do anything. But whenever something is out of normal, then definitely there is pain associated with those events, and somebody will experience those pains, those difficulties, and I feel sympathy for them. And I think the approach of Bank of Canada is right. If we have, like, this is if we have this is the only way to bring the economy back to normality.